Well, kia ora, good afternoon, no mai, haere mai, and welcome along to English Park here in Christchurch for this round 3 National League Championship clash between Cashmere Technical and Wellington Olympic. 5th plays 6th in a rematch of this year's Chatham Cup quarter-final. However, this time it's in Cashmere's backyard. We'll be hoping to reverse the result on that day after going down 3-2 to the eventual Central League champions. Both sides will be buoyed by the draw between league leaders Auckland City and Birkenhead United yesterday afternoon. And we'll know 3 points today will keep the pressure on those top two and cement themselves as potential title challengers. I'm your commentator today, Sean Hogan, taking you through the next 90 minutes of what we hope to be a stunning game of football on what is a beautiful blue sky day here in Christchurch. There is a light easterly breeze coming through, but it's 18 degrees, so hopefully a good day for football. Let's take you through the teams and let's look at your starting lineup for the away side. Olympic, 3 changes from their comprehensive 4-0 win over Melville United. Nathaniel Hale-Marion and Jonty Rubis come into the midfield, while Connor Gould comes into the starting 11 ahead of Caelan Gould. The absence of centre-back Justin Gully sees Di Mairo shift into right centre-back, and 20-year-old Jonty Rubis will be darting up and down the left wing. On the other side, the key threat for Olympic, Jack Henry Sinclair, will be tough for Cashmere to control, and current leading goal scorer Gianni Bazoukas leads the line up top with supports from the ring of Jesse Randall. Plenty of talent there on the bench to call on. Here's coach Rupert Kemmies on today's matchup.
Okay. Afternoon, Rupert. So what's the preparation like for today's game?
Yeah, it's been really good in the lead-up. We played Cashmere in the quarter-final of the Chatham Cup, so watched some of that footage back, been watching them in the National League, a couple of dangerous threats for them, so we're just going to try limit the amount of time they get on the ball and stuff like that, but yeah, it's been good, the prep.
That's good. And what's the plan of attack for today's game?
Basically, yeah, well, I mean, we're down in Christchurch. We know they're a very hard team to beat down here. Yeah, 4-0 against Miramar here, so we know it's going to be a tough game, so the boys are going to be ready for a battle. So yeah, the plan of attack's just really come at them. We're going to probably press them quite high straight away, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. And
have you played on the AstroTurf before?
Well, the boys did last year, but I actually wasn't here as the head coach for that game. But it is quite like Wakefield, so yeah, so we're pretty used to playing on artificial. So beautiful day today as well, so we're really looking forward to it.
Great stuff, and good luck.
Thanks, Ashton. Cheers.
The home side sees just one change from their defeat to Auckland City in round 2. Jacob Richards comes into the starting 11 for Declan Tyndall, who'll partner Lyle Matheson on one of the wings. The two will be hoping to link up with danger man up top, Irishman Garvin Coughlin. A back four of Richards, Storers, Vickers and Tongue will try and nullify that Olympic threat, while Ballard, Lapsley and Barbara Ryan will dictate things from the midfield. Let's hear now from coach and club legend Dan Schwartz.
Afternoon, Tom. So how's your game preparation for today's game?
Yeah, it's good. We've had a good week in training. The lads are excited. We're excited to be playing in Christchurch. It's a nice day. But yeah, the week's been good. The lads have been pushing each other really hard, and we're looking forward to today's game.
And what's your plan of attack for today?
Much of the same. We give a fair account of ourselves last week against Auckland. We want to be a little bit braver, spring into attack a little bit more, and we want to be much of the same defensively, but try and offer a little bit more attacking.
And the weather's a little bit warmer today. How's that feel for you guys?
No, it's good. We know we have to play to the conditions, keep the ball a little bit, take our rest when we can. But yeah, it's a lovely day for football.
Great stuff, thank you and good luck.
Cool, thank you.
Well, there you are. As he said, they want to take the handbrake off. Cashmere Technical do. They have been setting up defensively so far in the league, but feel they could have won the Chatham Cup game against Olympic earlier in the season up in Wellington. But they will be relishing the opportunity to be at home for this one. Here's Olympic just having their final words to their side for their game plan. They want to stamp out silly mistakes and try and stop the threat of Coughlin up front. Rupert Kemmy's talking this week about wanting to manage the game better. If Phil Newell will against Melville will give them plenty of confidence, though no team has gone to Melville and scored 4 against them, so they'll be hoping to take that attacking confidence into this one. We're moments away from kickoff here at English Park with what promises to be a fascinating matchup between these two sides. As the bagpipes play out, let's strap ourselves in for this one as the referee checks his watch. Chris Bennett from the capital. Make sure everyone's ready to go. And Coughlin gets us underway here at English Park. Cashmere Technical in the yellow and blue shorts, while Olympic in their all-white away strip. Ben Mata on the ball here for the Wellington side. The captain hoping to lead from the back. He's a calm presence. Davenport Peterson. They look to move the ball out to Jack Henry Sinclair, who's a constant threat out on that right-hand side. He'll be key to Olympics' attacking threat today, and he's on the ball early, and he's past his defender, and he's dragged down, and that's going to be, looks to be an early yellow card for the left-back, Sam Richards. Already just 45 seconds in, and he's picked up a yellow card that he's going to have to take through for the rest of the day. Jack Henry Sinclair showing his pace and his ability to attack down that right wing side. And the danger has already been made clear for Cashmere Technical. Connor Gould standing over the ball now in what is a brilliant first opportunity here for Olympic to have a sight on goal. 3-man wall setting up to try stop any shot. And goalkeeper for Cashmere Tech, Danny Knight, will be trying to stop the shot that comes in, and it just flies over the top of the crossbar. Early signs of the threat that Olympic pose. It's Luke Tung on the ball on the right-hand side. Danny Knight's looking for an option here. The speed and link-up play of Jack Henry Sinclair clear to see early on. And one that Sam Richards is going to have a tough time defending on that left-hand side. Now he's on a yellow card. Here's Coughlin dropping into midfield, trying to get things going. Lyle Matheson just with a heavy touch there. Sees Olympic clean it up. Here's Mata. Looking to just calm things down after a pretty fast start. Some early touches here for Davenport Peterson. And DeMaido, who slotted into that right centre back position. In place of Justin Gully, who I'm led to believe is sipping cocktails up in the islands, getting a well-deserved break after a frantic season. Mata looks long to the left-hand side. It's ball slipped through now. Olympic making inroads early, but it's offside there. That's Jesse Randall, the 19-year-old, who's impressive for his age. Be hoping to supply Gianni Bezukas in the number 10 jersey there. Apologies for those technical difficulties we experienced there. We're back live here now at English Park. Jack Henry Sinclair. DeMaido. Playing back to Pasale. Mata and Olympic looking to control the game early. Coach Dan Schwartz earlier in the week saying he wanted his side to take that handbrake off and take it to Olympic. But they'll have to get the ball off them first. This team likes to control possession. Here's Storer, looking to find Tongue out on the right wing. Cashmere Technical now hoping to get a bit of position under their belt. And they've got a chance here to break away through Coughlin. Can he spot the run on the right-hand side there of Jacob Richards? Here's Matheson. Couldn't slip the ball through there. Mido, Devonport Peterson. Both sides liking to play fast, attacking football. So let's hope we get a few goals today. Jonty Rubis looking to advance forward in the left back, and the press from Gianni Bazoukas gives Danny Knight no options but to just put it out. Here's Hale Merriam. DeMido advancing forward. Devonport Peterson, its pocket is picked, and Coughlin can now attack forward. 3 Cashmere Technical players with him. He's dancing past defenders. Here he is, Coughlin, and it's a good save from Basile, but it was a fantastic run from the dangerous number 10. Well, if we've seen what Jack Henry Sinclair can do early, that's what Coughlin can do. He just glided past defenders and almost got a shot underneath Scott Basile. Here they are now, back on the ball. There's some good areas around Olympics box, but DeMido's able to clear up. Here he is again on the ball, looks back for Basile. He's under a bit of pressure here, but gets the ball away. A fast start to this one. Here's Jack Henry Sinclair, who looks long. It's a lovely ball, but Olympic attacker just couldn't get it under control there. Samuel Lapsey playing back to Storer. Jacob Richards there, who's come into the starting 11 today, providing an option on that right-hand side. And here's Corey Vickers, partnering Andrew Storer at centre-back, who's on the ball now. Here's Tongue. Lovely flick out to Coughlin, who's dropped back. Looked to find the advancing Cashmere Technical midfielder, but couldn't find him. Some good hold-up play there. Seems this game settled into a little bit of a flow early on of rest and then attack, and here's the attack from Olympic now. That's Jesse Randall looking to dart past defenders, but couldn't link up with Sinclair on the right-hand side. Palezovic moving the ball across to Mata. DeMido doesn't like the option in front of him, so checks back into the midfield to Devonport Peterson, who tells Mata where to play it. The option was cut off quickly by the press of Cashmere Tech. Coughlin busy early on the ball now. A chance to run past DeMido, but he holds strong. Manages to dispossess the Irishman. Hale Merriam Looking over the top to Henry Sinclair, who looks to slip through Bazookas, who's got away from Storer. Can he find the ball into the middle? He can't. And it's cleared away by Luke Tung coming back. I believe that was Jesse Randall lurking in the middle there. But the transition play there from Olympic clear to see. As Henry Sinclair gets on the ball, anything can happen. A lovely ball through to the leading goal scorer in this National League side, Bazookas, who was just unable to find Randall in the middle. Here's Olympic with their corner now. The ball's nice. Mutters high up, but can't direct it on target. Here's Hail Marion. Couldn't get good purchase on the ball, and it's gobbled up by Danny Knight. Just didn't fall in a good enough position there for Hail Marion to get good purchase on it. Much to the relief of the Cashmere Tech goalkeeper. Olympic with the better start here of the two sides. Randall going down there under the challenge. And a chance for Olympic to put the ball in, but I imagine they'll just want to get the ball moving. Well, Rupert Kemi's in the week telling me he wants the side to make the final. He believes they're a top two side as Henry Sinclair, Jack Henry Sinclair that is, putting in a good ball to Randall. And here's Rubis. He believes this side is capable of footing it with the likes of Birkenhead United and Auckland City. And wants his side in the final at the end of regular competition play. DeMairo shifting from that midfield role into that right centre-back role, but he hasn't looked out of place so far after 11 minutes gone. Hail Marion looking for the raking ball out to the right-hand side. Henry Sinclair, Jack Henry Sinclair lurking there. There's Richards. Cashmere Tech able to get their foot on the ball now. Nuffed out there by Davenport Peterson. Read it well. Now Olympic can have their turn in position. Mutter looks long. It's a good ball for Roybus, but he just jumps over the back of Luke Tung and fouls him in the process. Bit too eager there, 20-year-old. Roybus was at Christchurch United, so will know this Cashmere technical side well. He will have come up against them before. Made 3 appearances in the Southern League before making his move to Olympic. And he's come into the starting side today after being on the bench last week against Melville. Here he is now on the ball. Looks to play it over the top to Randall. Storer's got a bit of work to do. He's headed it out, but it's been gathered by Randall, who can now move away from his man and looks to switch it across play, but technical able to intercept. Davenport Peterson finds Henry Sinclair. Finds a man in the box, and Knight comes out to cut down the angle. But it's sprayed across the line. And I believe Connor Gall out on that right wing. That right-hand wing proving a good source of attack. We know Richards is on that early yellow card after bringing down Jack Henry Sinclair. He'll have to watch himself for the next 75 minutes of this one. Here's Henry Sinclair charging into the box. Puts the shot in and it's saved well by Knight at his near post. And Henry Sinclair goes for the spectacular outside of the boot curling effort. That would have been something. But it falls for a goal kick. Well, when Sinclair's in the mood, he'll be willing to try anything, as we saw there. It could be a torrid afternoon. The technicals left back. Here's Storer looking for the long ball. Just a bit too far. Here's Roibus. Halezovic to Mata, his captain. Maido. Here's Mata on the ball now. To find Bazookas, whose touches just doesn't get him in the right position. A big year for Beb Mata, called up to play for the Cook Islands in Qatar in the World Cup qualifiers, but unfortunately his time in that tournament was cut short, only managing to play one game after Cook Islands withdrew due to COVID. Disappointment for a small island nation, and I'm sure for Mata himself. Cashmere Tech now able to potentially launch a ball in here. Urged everyone forward. So looks like it will be a big delivery just in front of halfway. It's high. The head is on it. Falls to Corey Vickers, but he's deemed to believe handball that one, and Olympic will be able to reset. Devonport Peterson. Sinclair. Tries to be a bit too fancy on that one and loses possession. But again, the ball isn't good enough from Cashmere Tech, and it falls out to Roibus on this left-hand side. Looks to get things moving. Darting in field. Checks back to Hale Marion, who just slows it down a little bit. Returns it back to his captain. Pelezovic. Roibus. Randall's making a run up to the left-hand side. Roibus looks to try find Bazookas, but it made the run to a different area to where the ball's hit. Tongue looks long. Finds Coughlin. Strong Mata intercepts the ball. Sinclair tries it outside of the boot pass, doesn't come off. Here's Coughlin now, looking to start the play. He has. There he is now, the Irishman. Looks to find Richards on the right-hand side. He puts the ball in. It's headed away by Mata. Falls to Pelezovic in the middle. In the middle to Hale Marion. Now Olympic looking to play their way out of this one. Here's Randall, he gets away from his defender now, and now Roibus can charge up the left-hand side. Who's he got in support? He's found Randall in the middle with a bit of space, but he can't get the shot away. He thinks he's been found, but the ref plays on. And Tech can now get on the ball and advance up the pitch. Dangerous signs there again from Olympic, able to play their way out of a tight spot and transition into smart attacking play. Feel like Randall potentially should have put his foot through that one earlier. He might have had a shot on goal. Sam Lapsley in the middle there. Coughlin running over the top, looks to put pressure on Davenport Peterson, who's back from midfield, helping out and just gets rid of the ball. The referee just wanting to have a word with Coughlin about his leg. It seems he's bringing the medical staff on. Stoppage of play. Cashmere Tech will be hoping that that's not a serious injury, as he has looked the most dangerous. Might just be a bit of blood that needs to be patched up here. An early sign of the attention that Coughlin's going to feel in this match. A few players taking the opportunity to get some water on board. Spring has well and truly arrived here in the Garden City. 18 degrees. Players feeling the effects of football that bridges the gap of spring and summer. It has been a long season for these players, but the Olympic boys are said to be loving it, and despite the packed schedule, they want more. Some of the Olympic boys wishing it was home and away ties, but we've just got the one game against each side in the National League format here. Basile looks to get the ball moving. Robus on the left-hand side here. Olympic have had the better of this first 20 minutes with a couple of good chances. Cashmere Tech have had a good chance on the break. Coughlin drawing the save of Basile early. So Olympic will be cautious of that. There's Roibus looking for the ball over the top to Randall. Bazookas is in the middle. Can he find him? Randall. Couple of step overs. Hail Mary goes for the shots! And ruffles the side netting. And had Danny Knight worried there. A lovely volley there from Hail Marian. As we see here, a couple of step overs from Jesse Randall. The ball headed out and it falls kindly to Hail Marian, who has good technique there to almost slot it into the right-hand corner. Here's Olympic on the threat again. Randall's cross going straight to Knight from the byline. The 29-year-old goalkeeper just looking to calm things down a little bit here. Rubis unable to cope with the strength shown there by Richards, who wins the throw for his Cashmere technical side. Danny Knight looks long. Robus back defending. Able to head the ball out. Here's Coughlin. He's patched that knee up and now moving freely. That's good to see. Vickers looks long. Maido gets his positioning right and heads back to Basile. Puts his defence under a bit of pressure. Here's Coughlin. Almost shaped for the shot, but darts away, goes for it now. And it just flies over the bar, much to the relief of Basile. No touch needed. There's the danger that Coghlan possesses. Can't give that man room because he is capable of a long-range strike. The ability to create something out of seemingly nothing. It's clear. Hail Marion looks to go over the top to Henry Sinclair, who's deemed offside. Much to the relief of the Cashmere technical defence. Jack Henry Sinclair has scored 14 goals for Olympic in the Central League. It's 1 goal and 2 assists so far in the National League. He's definitely carried his form into this competition. His Tech, promising bit of play out on the left wing. Lapsley looks to move past the Olympic defence and puts it into the back post where Richards is waiting. Roybus is back defending and puts it out for a corner. This is better from Cashmere Tech. A good crowd in here today. Watch the Southern League runner-ups versus the Central League champions. And here's the delivery. It's a good ball, but it's headed away by Davenport Peterson. Ball's moved back out to Matheson. Drills the ball to the back post. It falls safely outside of the box. Here's Coghlan on the ball. Dipping and diving. It's in the box now, but Olympic manages to snuff it out. And Butter clears well up the field away from goal. Hail Marion finds Roivas. He looks to find Randall, who's won the ball well. The Tech defence comes back through Alex Ballard, the 17-year-old. Here he is now, snuffs out the chance for Olympic, but he's given the ball away now. Here's Randall, cutting inside, goes for the curler. The Danny Knights there. Didn't really trouble the Cashmere Tech keeper. Hail Marion with a lovely piece of control there. The flick of his foot and stamps on the ball. Says, let's go forward. Henry Sinclair looks to find, Jack Henry Sinclair looks to find Gould on the right-hand side. Cuts inside, goes for the shot. Bazookas with his arms in the air. I think he wanted that one on his head, but wasn't far away from the back post. End-to-end football here at English Park. Vickers looks to launch the ball long, but can't find a yellow shirt and ends up with Basile. An Olympic chance just to reset and get their shape and move forward. Davenport Peterson moving out to the right-hand side there. Jacob Richards looking to press Pelezovic. Ball in from into Davenport Peterson. It's won by Cashmere Tech. Storer looks to find Lapsley in the middle. Randall just puts the pressure on him and makes him think about what he needs to do. This is Vickers. You can see the press from Olympic. They're just slowly pushing Tech back, making them work their way out of the hole. Knight goes forward and tries to find Coughlin. It's won by Olympic now, and Henry Sinclair can go past Richards. Tries to find Bazookas, who has won it off Storer, but falls safely out for a goal kick. Storer now charging up the field, taking it himself. Finds Matheson on the left-hand side. Lapsley. Storer looks to launch long to the wing of Richards. It's just behind him. The right winger can't do anything about that. Actually, that's Barbara Ryan who's shifted out to the right wing there. Sinclair finds Gould. Bazookas. Storer does well. Here's Ballard, the 17-year-old, looking to get things moving for Tech. There's a tussle there from DeMaido and maybe Richards, who's moved out onto that left-hand side. It's deemed a foul by centre-back, and Cashmere Tech will have a chance to make something from a set piece. Luke Tongue over the ball. And again, he'll look to launch it, the captain. What's his delivery like? It's long, it's good. Tech can now have a chance to have a bit of position in their final third. A long ball looking for Coughlin, who takes it down well on his chest, but he's immediately surrounded by two Olympic defenders who take the ball away and look to break. Here's Sinclair, showing his pace. He's got company in the form of Vickers, but moves past him and finds Bazookas, who sees Hale Merriam coming back to join the attack. Here's Rubis, working his way into the box, going past Ballard and puts the ball across to Sinclair, who sees the oncoming run. Connor Gould, but couldn't get any sort of shot away there. Ball's given away cheaply again by Cashmere Tech in midfield. Gould can drive through. Sinclair receiving a bit of attention there on the far side from number 15, Sam Lapsley. Gianni Bazookas unhappy with the foul there. I think he wanted a yellow card. Nothing given from the referee, Chris Bennett. Here's Olympic on the attack again. Bazookas dropping in. And Matheson. Start the attack now for Cashmere Tech. Coughlin assessing his options. Looked to find his left winger, but it just went too far past him. Jacob Richards there, who seems to have switched to the left-hand side, and Lyle Matheson coming on to the right. Barbara Ryan through the middle. There he is, the number 7. into the starting lineup today for Declan Tyndall. Be looking to make the most of the opportunity he's been given by his coach. Zukas coming from up top, wanting the ball, wanting some touches. But switching it onto this left-hand side to Rubis. Sinclair making a run on the right-hand side, but Hale Marion decides to go back instead. Maida. 35 minutes gone, 10 minutes to go in this first half and still scoreless at English Park. Olympic with the best of the chances, and here's Jesse Randall again in an advanced position. Weaving around at the top of the box, but he's dispossessed. And now Cashmere Tech can go forward. Coughlin checking back and surveying. Finds Matheson. He decides to go back to Luke Tung, who was under pressure there from Jesse Randall. Now Richards moves past Sinclair with ease, and now is driving ahead the left back. Almost slips a nice ball through to Barbara Ryan, but Olympic defence stands strong. Pelezovic. The heavy touch from his midfielder puts him under a bit of pressure, and Mata calmly gets past Barbara Ryan, who was advancing. And that ball wasn't what was required. Luke Tung finds Coughlin in a bit of space. He holds off Hale Marion, gives himself more time. Looks to find Richards out on the left wing, but read well by defence of DeMaido, and now Olympic can push forward. Bazookas looking to latch on that ball from Sinclair. And Sinclair now goes for the shot over the top. Oh! Danny Knight had come out to clear the ball, and Sinclair saw the opportunity to launch a shot from far out as the keeper was nowhere to be seen. It just goes past the left-hand post. That would have been a great goal. It remains scoreless here. Olympic have had their best chances down that right-hand side, unsurprisingly, through the class of Sinclair. Vickers not liking his options in front of him. Coughlin moving the ball across the artificial turf well. Both sides are quite familiar with this surface. Olympic playing a lot of their games at Wakefield Park in Wellington, which is an artificial. So both sides are familiar with turf-based field. Olympic having to play their games at Endeavour Park through this National League campaign. Out in Porirua, so that is on grass. They're no stranger to the artificial turf. Bassilat launches it long. Hale Marion gobbles up the second ball. Loose touch there, just allows the Cashmere Tech midfield and Sam Lapsey to get on the ball. Here they are now trying to get some link-up play going, and it is lovely. Here's Richards on the left-hand side, cutting in. Looked to find Coughlin, but couldn't. Disappointment from Barbara Ryan in the middle, who wanted the ball at his feet. But a good bit of link-up play there in midfield from the team in yellow. Cashmere Tech obviously feeling that Richards can perhaps be better on that left-hand side, and Matheson on the right. It seems that Olympic have also switched their centre-backs, with DeMaido now on the left wing marking Matheson, and Pelezovic on the right. Here's Coughlin now, advancing forward. Matheson now with time on the ball. Finds Coughlin again. Received attention from the Olympic defence, but skips past him. Here he is now on his left foot. He's disappointed with that shot as it ends up straight in the hands of Basile. A good chance again for the Irishman. Just appears to have a lot of time on the ball at the top of the box and is able to pick his pass. A good link-up play there with Sam Lapsley to fashion that chance, which he will want to have done better there. Here's Bazookas looking to find the run of Gall. He has. Can Gall find the shot? He believes he's been pulled back. The referee says nothing doing. A lovely run there by Gall. He believes he was infringed. The referee didn't. Play carries on. It was a great ball from Bazookas to find the right winger. Seems the Cashmere defence did enough to stop him getting the shot off. Here's Olympic again though, through Randall. Running at Storer, he moves on to his left boot, he puts the ball in and it's pushed in by Jack Henry Sinclair. The run to the byline by Jesse Randall did all the work and played the ball across for Sinclair to tap in at the back post. 1-0 Wellington Olympic. Yeah, to say they probably deserved this as Randall moved the ball onto his left peg and put it across goal. And Sinclair was waiting at the back post to tap in for his second of the season. Cashmere Tech were probably hoping they would keep Olympic scoreless before getting into the break. With just 2.5 minutes to play until half-time, Olympic are now 1-0 up. And will be hoping to carry the lead into the break. Jesse Randall has looked dangerous throughout this whole first half. A lovely bit of movement to move the ball to the byline to set up Sinclair. He's put them in front. Luke Tung just going over the top of Randall there. He has had 2 assists so far, make that 3 now. And here he is again, moving past Luke Tung, looking to double Olympics lead before the half. He goes for the shot himself, but it's straight at night. Bazookas gives him a little look across. Think he would have preferred the ball across goal. But Randall feeling himself. Just what Rupert Kirby's side would have wanted heading into the break. Mata deemed to have climbed all over Coughlin. Tech look like they'll advance forward again. Luke Tung wanting the ball to put it into the box. Appears there's players hitting the turf. I think we've got a swarm of bees on the field. The referees stopped play. Players are on the turf everywhere. Luke Tung swatting them away. Bizarre scenes here in the National League. You can hear them in the crowd, the commotion. Seems a swarm of bees has come onto the field, but play's back underway and Storers looking to get the head into the box of Basile. Gosh, when you sign up to this gig, you don't expect to be calling a swarm of bees on the field. Term anything can happen really rings true here at English Park. They seem to have cleared the field, and now Cashmere Tech can swarm the box of Olympic, and it's a good ball in. Mata just chests it down into a dangerous area, but there's no yellow shirt nearby, and he can clear the ball away. An Olympic now. Zukas. Connor Gall here turns his defender inside out, and Knight brings a good save, a much needed good save from the work of Jesse Randall, actually, that was. He managed to find himself onside and with plenty of space in front of him. Was able to turn his defender and couldn't slot it past the oncoming Knight, who makes a very good save to keep Cashmere just one goal down before the break. We are into added time. An Olympic deliver the ball. Gavin Peterson gets his head on the ball. Tech win the foul. Take a bit of pressure off. They'll be hoping to regroup in the sheds. And have to chase the game in the second half. A good attacking performance so far from Olympic, but the main threat for Tech has been Coughlin, the man on the ball now, who's fouled. And Tech will have the chance to deliver a ball into the box just before the break. Luke Tung wandering over to deliver it in. What can they conjure up here? They'd love a goal to take them into the sheds. Bring it level.
Why would they stop the game?
Basile set up a wall of two men. Here's the ball from Tung. It's looped in and Basile's out to punch it, and the ref blows half-time here at English Park. Wellington Olympic up 1-0 over Cashmere Tech thanks to a goal from Sinclair just before the break. They've had a good run of play, Olympic, and they do deserve this one-goal lead heading into the sheds at half-time. We'll be taking a short break here, and we'll be back with the second half shortly.
Ford, we're always looking towards the future. So while we're proud of our range of vehicles, we are even prouder of being the first company to support not only the football ferns, but the next generation. And the legends we grew up wanting to be.
We believe in supporting and nurturing our extended sporting whānau, working towards promoting a healthy group activity that kids, parents and friends love. We want everyone to feel invited. It is in our DNA. We are accessible to all. We are football in Aotearoa. We are the beautiful game and we are proud to be the largest sporting whānau in New Zealand.
The FIFA Women's World Cup is coming to the shores of Aotearoa, New Zealand in 2023. Uniting Aotearoa, it offers an unprecedented opportunity to make our game bigger, better and bolder for everyone, especially for girls and women. Its legacy starts now. Our leverage and legacy plan will supercharge football in Aotearoa, grounded in two principles. Mana wahine, elevating the spirit and mana of wahine. And Tūranga Waiwai, our place of belonging, our foundation, our home. Built on 4 po or pillars. The power of opportunities, whakamana. Partnerships, mana ngātahi. Pathways, ara. And tiaki, people and places. Committed to the people and the land of Aotearoa, New Zealand, this plan leads the way by breaking barriers, paves the way for future generations, grows and strengthens the game through meaningful relationships, and creates a game for all and a place of connection. With Aotearoa united, legacy starts now.
Well, the team's starting to appear again here at English Park for the second half of this round 3 clash between Wellington Olympic and Cashmere Technical here in Christchurch. Olympic taking the lead late in the first half through a lovely bit of play from Jesse Randall to tee up Jack Henry Sinclair at the back post, who doubled its tally for the season. First half had a bit of everything, including a swarm of bees, which we're hoping have vacated the area and won't cause a problem for the rest of the match. Cashmere Tech will be looking to that man, number 10, on the right of your screen, Garvin Coughlin, to ignite their side to try and get back on level pegging, then potentially win the game for them. Olympic have a strong bench that they can use throughout this half, if that was to happen, with Caelan Gould on the bench, the usual starter, starting from the Pine today. The referee looks at his watch. Signal time on, and we're back underway here at English Park. Doesn't appear we have too many changes, and Olympic start where they left off by attack through Connor Gould, who looks to find bazookas, but snuffed out by Storer. And Ballard can charge forward, the young 17-year-old out of Cashmere Tech's academy, the St. Thomas of Canterbury College kid. We're hoping to make his mark on this National League occasion. The rule of 2 under-20s players required in each lineup does give a chance for young players to come through and show what they're made of. Here's Roibus on the left-hand side, charging at defenders. But it's good work to stop him from Cashmere Tech, and now Coughlin can show his class and skip away from 2 Olympic defenders and try and put a ball through. Lucky for Olympic, it slaps the back of Ben Mata. Big frame of the centre-back proving useful there. Basile looks long to Jack Henry Sinclair. It's Davenport Peterson getting his touches early after the break. Olympic looking to settle on the ball now. The long ball over the top to Bazookas, who's always full of running. He's got a space here. Here's Randall at the edge of the area, looking to create some space for himself, but he's swarmed by Cashmere Tech shirts. He plays back to Davenport Peterson, who just assesses his options. Henry Sinclair running it. Richards, who is on a yellow card. Jack Henry Sinclair looking to slip through. Connor Gould on that right-hand side, but couldn't find him. Now Tech can try and play their way out from the back. His tongue looking up the line to Coughlin. Uses his strength away from Hale Marion. Now Richards can try and get on the end of that ball, but Mata comes across, clear the ball out. Looks like Richards has taken his position back on that right wing. Matheson and him did swap wings throughout the first half, looking to try and change things up and disrupt the Olympic defence, but they managed to contain them. Here's Richards coming into midfield from left back. And here's Matheson with a chance of a shot, but it trickles to the grateful Basile. And the nice bright orange, no missing him. Wayward ball from Sinclair, but Hale Marion's able to gobble it up, and Sinclair's now found himself through on goal here. He's got Bazookas for company in the middle, but Sinclair can't find him. It was almost a mix between a shot and a cross. It wasn't able to find Bazookas. Here's the speed on show from Sinclair. He finds himself almost one-on-one. He had Bazookas in the middle, but he just put too much on it. A rare misstep from the right wing back of Olympic. And a big chance early on from Olympic. And another warning sign for Cashmere Tech of what Sinclair can do. You can see the disappointment from Bazookas that seemingly just needed a tap across the face of goal to find the striker, and he would have gobbled that one up and give himself 4 goals for the season. Wasn't to be, but they're back on attack now through Randall, who pushes it past Storer and is now in the box. Can he find the delivery? Checks back. Tries to find Gall, but it's cleared away emphatically by Technical's defence. Well, if it's not coming down the right-hand side through Sinclair, it's coming down the left through Randall. So a lot of work to do for the wing-backs of Cashmere Technical there to keep themselves in this game. A challenge in the air there on Bazookas, and seems Tongue might have caught him with his arm as Bazookas holds his face down on the turf. Will be a free kick for Olympic in a dangerous area now, much to the dissatisfaction of the technical players. Tongue now getting a word from the referee, Chris Bennett. And it gives Olympic a chance to put in a dangerous ball. Tongue still talking to the referee, unhappy with that decision. What can Olympic fashion here? 5 minutes gone. Already had a couple of good chances, especially that one from Sinclair that went begging. Randall stands over the ball. Look to find the head of Big Ben Mutter. Here's Randall. Goes for the shot himself, and it's high and wide. Not what they were after. Another let off for Tech. We haven't been able to get into this game just yet. Or the second half, I should say. "17-year-old Alex Ballard dispossessed, and now it falls to the Olympic players. Here's Bazookas looking for a bit of tricky play. And now Cashmere Tech can break. It's Barbara Ryan. Just potentially taking one touch too many when he should have got the ball away. And Devonport Peterson looks to find a run of Sinclair, who's stayed up. Nice breakaway there from Tech, but Barbara Ryan needed to find a pass earlier than that before the two midfielders of Olympic descended on him. Now they've advanced now, and Mutter is there again for Olympic. Here he is, Aidan. Barbara Ryan just trotting into the box. Now in the number 9 shirt. He scored 6 goals in the Southern League. Moved here from the UK in 2008. Ball comes in for Tech, but it's headed away safely by the Olympic defence and cleared far away from their goal as possible. Knight looks to switch the play, but it's intercepted there by Roibus on that left wing, advanced position that he operates in. Here's Matheson. What can he create? Hoglan just gets caught in two minds and loses the ball and concedes the foul on Roibus. Vasile looks long with a big punt up towards Sinclair. Ball now falls kindly for Gall. Links up with Bazookas. Gall's collected, but no foul given by the referee. Tech now looking to play their way out. Do well. Coughlin's got time on the ball now, and Matheson out wide on left. Up against Damido, who sets himself. Matheson goes past the left of him. Strength from Damido, holds him off and does extremely well to secure the goal kick. And we're going to have a substitution here for Olympic. Caelan Gould coming onto the field, the number 9, for Connor Gould on the right. Gould comes with a wealth of experience to bring on this tie. Having played Conference League football over in the UK, ended up in Wainuiomata before joining Olympic. Scored 9 goals in the Central League and has 1 to his tally in the National League. We'll be looking to provide a bit of injection into this Olympic attack. Try and increase their lead over Tech. 35 minutes to play, rather. It's Bazookas. There he is. Gould harrowing. He looks like he's going to sit up in that right wing position that Gould was operating in. Here's Tech able to break forward now. Looks to feed the ball to Ballard, but Damido comes across from the right-hand side to clear it away. Tech able to break at times. It's about that few final passes and strong defence from Olympic, which has been snuffing them out. We've got another substitution here.
Cashmere technical substitution coming off number 9, Aidan Barber Ryan, being replaced by number 12.
Aidan Barber Ryan coming off, and on comes Kian Donkers. Part of the under-19 squad in the Oceania Championships, qualified for the under-20 World Cup. He was the top scorer in the tournament. They'll need a goal from him today if they're to get back in this one. Here's Gould, his first real touch on the ball, skips past Vickers, looks to go again. Manages to get around him, but Vickers does well to clean it back up. Strong challenge there by Sinclair to win the ball, and now he can run forward and feed through Bazookas, but Storers across with a crucial interception. Richards, who is on that yellow card, now has both Sinclair and Gould to deal with on that right-hand side. A tough task for any defender in this league. Almerian gets his head-on throw. Now Matheson tries to put some pressure on Damido. Now Sinclair looking to inject some pace, but he loses the ball. Here's the first touch for Donkers. Looks like he's ready to run the house down for his side. He was born in the Netherlands, but has chosen to represent New Zealand. He's already got one goal this season against Miramar in that comprehensive 4-0 win against the Central League side. He scored 11 goals in the Southern League. It's also a product of their academy. Source of much pride here in the South. Like Roybus is just feeling his hamstrings there. He's been doing a lot of running up and down that left wing side. What's required in this 3-4-3 that Olympic operate. Just over 30 minutes to play in this one. We've steamed the foul there by Sinclair on Richards. Here's Coughlin. What can he do? Heard the groan from him, but does put a bit of pressure on Pelezovic, who does well and wins the throw. Those balls just not quite coming off for the Irishman. Joined from Limerick FC out of the League of Ireland back in 2017 to Southern United before making his way up to here to Cashmere Tech. Golden boot in the Southern League. Astounding 24 goals for the season. Here's Richards now pushing past Gould. Can't find the right pass. That final ball lacking for Tech, and Olympics on it. Bazookas spots Roybus out on the left-hand side, who feeds Randall, who's at the byline again. Keeps the ball in play. Puts it back to Roybus. Gould's free on the right-hand side. Hale Marion decides to go back to Davenport. Peterson in the long way round. Does eventually end up with Gould. We can now run at Richards. Hale Marion head straight offside, but he's onside now thanks to the touch from Cashmere Tech. A bit of turn of pace there from Demaito to get past, and now it falls to Sinclair, who was off on a run. But the foul from Gould earns a yellow card. For the Cashmere Tech defender. Killian Gill brought down there. The play was developing though, so much to the outrage of Olympic. Ball was brought back here. They do have an opportunity to deliver the ball in. Sinclair standing over it. What's his delivery like? It's whipped to the back post and mutters up high. His head is cleared away. Tech are able to thwart another opportunity for Olympic there. A long ball. Gosh, that's a big kick from Basile. Forced Richards to concede a corner there. That's an asset. Gould to stand over it. What's the delivery like? It's to the back post. It's headed in. It's cleared at the right post. The defence rushes out and tries to put a bit of pressure on Demido, who finds Basile, who launches another big long ball up. Storr is forced to deal with it. Strong header. Marion's there though. And he can now head to the byline and try get the ball in, but it's too far ahead of him and it falls for a goal kick. Danny Knight there unhappy with some of his fellow defensive players. Doesn't like his options, so just put his foot through it. Looks to find Donkers. Gets his head on it. Flick on, falls straight to Mata. Sinclair finds Gould in the red boots. Two trying to link up there, but unable to. And Vickers can now charge forward. Finds Matheson, but his pass doesn't find a fellow player, and now Roibus can charge forward from that left wing. Streak from Lapsey earns himself a free kick. Good strength in defensive play from the central midfielder. Ballard. Wayward ball from him. There's Davenport Peterson get the ball moving again for Olympic, and Caelan Gould's got a bit of space to run into here. Shrugs off one defender, finds the run of Roibus on the left-hand side, who puts the ball in straight into the hands of Danny Knight. Couldn't find Bazookas, who was lurking there for any sort of bobble or spill from Knight, but he claimed it well. Gould's shown what he can do so far, and the threat he poses off the bench. But a bit of space opening up in the midfield here. Coughlin gliding down this left-hand side. Tries to shake Demido, but his touch is too heavy. You feel if Tech are going to score here, Coughlin's going to have something to do with it. It's Ballard turning away from his man and finding Richards. Richards here now on the left-hand side, hoping to deliver a good ball in. Lapsley finds Ballard, flicks it over Matheson, juggling, but can't get through the Olympic defence and eventually concedes a foul. That was almost a magic piece of play from Lyle Matheson. Number 19's been at the club since age 18. He's got 1 goal and 3 assists in the opening couple of rounds. Moved here from South Africa at the age of 6.
What's up, guys?
Great talent to have out here at English Park. Rupert Kemes won't be happy with just 1-0 due to the danger that Cashmere Tech do possess. Wanting his side to get another one. And here's Caelan Gould, who threads through Bazookas. Finds himself on the right-hand side, tries to put the ball in. Sees Randall and it's cleared off the line by Tech. Bazookas goes for the shot. It's cleared away. Here's Hale Marion. Finds Bazookas in the box. Flailing around on the floor, unable to get a touch on it into the back of the net. It's scooped up by Knight. Another great chance for Olympic. Richards gets rid of it. Gould finds himself in position again with a bit of space and is able to go past defenders. But it's launched long now by Olympic, and Donkers is pushed off the ball by the strength of Mata. There's a lesson for the 18-year-old from the centre-back. Won't be getting past me without a fight. Another good chance just before for Olympic to double their lead. The longer this stays 1-0, the more belief Tech will have to equalise. Coughlin on the ball. Elizovic does well to win it back. Sets off Roibus.
Thank you.
Here's Gould now. Finds the run of Sinclair, but it's just too far ahead of him. Here's the replay. Mizukic gets into the box and it falls to Randall, who slips it through the legs of Knight, and it's cleared off the line. A great bit of work by the defender there. A deft touch from Randall to slip it through the legs of Knight. Got another substitution here.
Number 11, Nathaniel Halamarian, being replaced by
Halmarian coming off. Sam Matrakas is going to take up a position in midfield. Number 19. Nathaniel Halmarian having a good game, coming off the bench from last week and into the starting 11. 20 minutes to play. Matrakos is charged with keeping the midfield in order. Here's Kyan Donkers up against Mata. It's Matheson with a bit of space, but he passes it straight to Sinclair, much to the groans of the Cashmere faithful. He's won it back here and slips it past and goes for the shot. It drags it wide. You almost hit that, you think, a disappointment from that pass that he gave away to Sinclair. If he'd just given himself a little bit more time to line that up, he might have had a better strike on goal. Promise for Tech. Here's Roibus. That space down the left-hand side finds Randall. He's fouled by Lapsley. And another good position. Olympic haven't been able to make these free kicks count so far. We're hoping for a better delivery. As you look on the screen there, Cashmere Tech do possess a very tall team against some of the more diminutive Olympic players. We're looking to aim it at Davenport Peterson's head, but the strike on goal sails over the bar. Vickers looks long for Donkers. He's won the ball well off Davenport Peterson. Ballard moves the ball out to Tongue. Here's the 17-year-old again. Richards. Just a bit more patient from Cashmere Tech. Coughlin. Is charging and tries to slip a ball through to Donkers, but Devonport Peterson snuffs it out. Elezovic looks long for Bazookas. Store is there and clears away, much to the appreciation of the home crowd. Just over 15 minutes to go in this one. Mata comes under pressure from Donkers, but you can see the strength of the centre-back on display there. Unfazed by the pressure, and able to calmly get the ball away. And now Gould's off and finds Bazookas. Touch just lets him down. Poor pass there from the 18-year-old, and the ball's given away to Sinclair. But it's won back by the young man. And he's trying to work his way upfield now. It's good determination there from Alex Ballard. Garvin twisting and turning and is eventually dispossessed by Sinclair. Errant touch there by Elezovic, but he's not punished for it. Mido finds Sinclair. Seems to just put a hopeful ball up there for one of the front three. Tongue looking long for Donkers, who's found himself with a bit of possession, and he goes for the shot himself and blazed over the bar. He did have Richardson coming into the box, but decided to go himself. Try and catch Basile out, but couldn't get the shot down under the bar. I think that'll just be a bit of a warning sign for some of these Olympic players who seem to have taken their foot off the gas a little bit here. They are only 1-0 up. Had their chances throughout this match. The longer this stays 1-0, the more belief Tech will have. The ball's been fed through here to Randall on the ball. Jesse Randall finds an Olympic midfielder who smashes it into the crossbar. That was Sam Matrakas with the strike there. Matrakas finds Gould. See Sinclair on the right, who delivers the ball to Bazookas, who buries the header. It takes his tally to 4. The National League's leading goal scorer doing what he does best. From a peach of the ball from Jack Henry Sinclair. We see the replay here. Caelan Gould spotted Sinclair, who curls it in. Lovely to Bazookas. Puts his head on it and turns it into the back of the net and wheels away in celebration. 2-0 Wellington Olympic. Well, we were talking about how Olympic hadn't taken their chances and how Tech finding themselves in some good positions. But Olympic now with a 2-goal buffer. And Tech now with a lot of work to do getting into the final 10 minutes. Got another substitution here with Jonty Rubis, who's played well on the left back, coming on for, I believe, Tio Atema. And Tech with a lot of work to do now as the Central League champions take a 2-goal lead. Richards unhappy with the treatment he was receiving from Tomato there. Really was a lovely ball by the man who's just headed that one away there. Sinclair, who put it on a plate really for Bazookas. He couldn't miss from that far out. Turned the header past the diving Danny Knight to take his goal tally to 4 for the season. Put him at the top of the Golden Boot standings. Mata holding off Donkers, turning and looking to find Bazookas, who's still full of running 80 minutes in. Olympic have been good for this 2-goal lead. They have had the lion's share of the decent chances. Strong challenge there from Sinclair into Corey Vickers. Good bit of feeling in that one. Sinclair wins the foul. Here he is now, Sinclair. Finds Bazookas, who turns it lovely for Caelan Gould, who switches onto his right foot. Snuffed out by Andrew Storer. As Caelan Gould is told to take his time in the corner. Olympic have a corner now. He takes it quickly and short. Here he is, he's lost out, and Ballard there looks to find the run of Jacob Richards, but can't. Looking for the long ball. Sinclair's onside here. He puts his foot through it and finishes it in the bottom corner. An outstanding finish from Jack Henry Sinclair to put Olympic 3 goals up in a matter of minutes. The long ball picked out the run from the wingback away from Richards, and the angle was tight, but the finish was brilliant. Nestles it into the side netting to put his team up by 3 goals and likely taking 3 points home from Christchurch. Well, it's 2 goals for him today and 1 assist. You can't keep the man out of this game. His talent clear to see on display and why the Wellington Phoenix were looking at him. And you're able to finish like that and punish sides like he has today, it's no wonder he's one of the best players in this competition. In a matter of minutes, Tech have gone from being within a sniff, finding themselves 3 goals down. It really is the lesson here. You can't give Olympic that many chances and not expect them to take them. They have an attack that is ruthless. They've put Tech to the sword here in the last few minutes. It's a good turn by the substitution. Etaba finds Randall on the left-hand side, but he's straight into an offside position. The thing is, they don't take their foot off the throat here. They're still looking to create more chances. It's Gould's on the ball here, looking to slip it through to Bazookas. Richards is in the way. Coughlin having his shirt pulled and is surrounded by 3 Olympic players who are unhappy with the way he's gone down. The treatment he's received from Sam Matrakis. That's just boiling over a little bit here. Coughlin looking to move the play early, and I believe he was pushed by Matrakis. Ref just calming things down, no cards given. I think you heard from the bench, make sure no one gets booked. Gonkers in the pocket of Mata there again. Moves the ball on to Itabos. Moves his way out of the attention of 2 Cashmere Tech defenders. Here he is again. The 18-year-old who made 13 appearances in the Central League for Olympic. Lovely outside of the foot. First time touch pass from Jack Henry Sinclair. Gould brings it down and now full of running. Tries to slip the ball to the far post to Randall, who his hamstrings probably didn't let him get to the ball that quickly. He's been full of running on the left-hand side there. 19-year-old has. Mata advancing forward, who finds Randall, who slips in Bazookas, who's in the box, looks to turn away from Richards, but doesn't fool him, and calls from the crowd to restore maybe a bit of pride to the scoreline now as we enter the final 2 minutes of play. A few players just taking the opportunity here to see the last few minutes out. They have been playing in a hotter climate than they're probably used to up in Wellington. Hasn't reached the heights of 18 degrees for a wee while in the capital. We'll be looking just to see this one out now. Defence will definitely be wanting to keep that clean sheet intact. none more than Basilay. Here's Sinclair advancing forward again. It's time, finds Gould, who puts his foot through it and finds the crossbar. Another great move by Olympic. Sees the crossbar rattled. The Cashmere Tech goal. They have to be careful here, Tech. The scoreline doesn't get any bigger. Gavin Paul Pearson, he's been good today. Always a calm presence on the ball. As we see there, moves his way out of trouble. Nutter and Basilay just keeping the ball in position. Basilay finds Gould, who slips his man easily. Just always seems to fall on his feet, Gould.
Referee has indicated 4 minutes of additional play. 4 minutes.
To head over the tannoy there, 4 minutes of additional play. Enough time for another goal here for Olympic, who moved forward through Randall. Hasn't got on the score sheet himself, and he goes for the curler, but can't keep it down. Doesn't trouble Danny Knight in goal. Donker's getting a strong challenge from Mata in the back and wins a foul. Here he is now. Tech unable to fashion a chance out of that, but a play in his Sinclair charging forward, combining with Gould, but it's one back from Coughlin, who isn't done fighting. And it's fouled by Etema. Looks to get the ball moving. There's Donkers putting the ball across Basilay's goal, who just urges a bit of calm. They head in for the last 2 minutes of added time. He'll be hoping for nothing silly from his players in front of him. We can take a clean sheet back to Wellington. Ball over the top to Randall, who puts Gould into space, but he's awarded to be offside. Slams the ball into the back of the net anyway.
Man of the match today for Cashmere Technical is number 5, Andrew Story.
Coughlin dispossessed there by Olympic, who can run forward now, and Gould's charging through. Can he finish? He can't. Save from Knight keeps Olympic's lead at just 3. Here's Tech trying to get a goal on the sheet today, the last couple of minutes. Been a good display from Olympic. Continuing to score goals against all sides. And for the final minute now of added time. Can Cashmere fashion one last chance? Coughlin wants the run. Finds his attacker. Here he is now, the Irishman. Looking to do it himself. He's in the box. He goes for the strike, and it's a good save by Basile to keep his clean sheet intact, and he lets his defenders know how unhappy he is that that shot was able to come in. Good bit of play from Garbutt Coughlin. First real save by Basile, who has a corner to deal with now. And the referee blows full time here at English Park. The Wellington Olympic walk away with 3 goals and crucially 3 points, which sees them keep in touch. The league leaders of Birkenhead and Auckland City, cementing themselves as a real title challenger in the National League.
Next home game is on the 5th of November against Napier's
Great performance from Jack Henry Sinclair. Scored 2 goals, 1 in the first half, 1 in the second half, and he would provide the third for Gianni Bazoukas to head home and put him at the top of the Golden Boot tally. Let's have a look at some of the highlights from the game. Jesse Randall, who was a constant threat. This was Hail Marion's shot from a volley that almost found itself in the bottom left-hand corner of Danny Knight's goal. Good bit of play from the midfielder, who was brilliant today. Threat down the left-hand side saw Randall hit the byline and square it across for the first goal for Sinclair to tap in. The move away from Andrew Storer opened up the space, and the ball was great to the lurking Jack Henry Sinclair at the back post. That was his first. Caelan Gould came on in the second half and fed the ball out to Sinclair, who put a ball on a plate for Gianni Bazoukas to head home his 4th of the season. Past the flailing Danny Knight, there was not much he could do about that one. Here's the third, great ball over the top, and the run from Sinclair, and from the tightest of angles managed to nestle the ball in the bottom left-hand corner to take his goal tally to 3 for the season, 3 for Olympic on the day, and they'll be flying home to Wellington with 3 points in the bag. I've been Sean Hogan. Thank you very much for joining us today here at English Park. We'll have more action coming up for you next week in what is proving to be an exciting league.